excited, bloody excited, you dirty dog, you.
Absolutely excited, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's been a long time.
absolutely excited.
Thank you for. You look real cash, man. I'm glad that we've decided to, because I was like, oh hey, can you match my style? We're gonna go to the beach after. You went, yeah, cool. No, I was like, cool. Just don't dress in a really nice top and jeans and Jordans, and you're in a really nice top, jeans and Jordans. So it's great that we've got that communication back and forth, where I say something and you just do the opposite.
I mean, you actually came looking a little bit better than I expected, because the picture you sent me, you looked homeless.
I just spat water back in my face.
And you had a lot of armpit hair on show.
Do you know what that is? I do trim it naturally, but that's natural. That's who I am. I'm a hairy guy. I can't change these things, so let's not body shame.
You literally get lasered.
Let's not. I don't get lasered my armpits because they take rid of all hair. I just trim it. A little bit because I'm a hairy guy.
So sweaty.
I'm hot. Yeah, I'm hot. I'm really hot. I got to be careful what colours I wear. This is why I don't wear jumpers. You'll never see me in a jumper, but I wear open jackets. Because even in cold weather,
you still
I'll
sweat profusely
with a jumper on. Yeah,
I don't sweat very much.
I think I've just got an overactive. I don't know what it is, an overactive sweat glands, or fucking it is what it is.
Oh well, we're back,
mate. Oh,
we are back. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, mate. I haven't seen you for I don't know. It's been
a few days.
It's been a few days.
Yeah, it's been a month since our last recording.
Yeah, a lot has happened. Well,
a lot's happened to Dan. Dan's just wrecked himself.
Yeah, I was training with one of my mates, and I was at the gym, and then, obviously with lockdown going on, no one can train. I haven't decided to work out because home workouts during last lockdown, they really frustrated me because when you train for hypertrophy or overloading the muscles, and then you go and you've got bands, and then you've got to do 100 reps to get a pump, it's just annoying. So I was like, fuck this, I'm not going to do it. And then I went with Jack, and I just went straight into a heavy set, which was still only 60% of what I would usually do. And I just straight away fucked my neck. I was like, ow, I can't move. And I went to the physio, and he was like, yeah, you've damaged the disc in your neck. So I couldn't do anything. And it actually, real talk, it actually really affected me massively. Look, there are people a lot worse off, which is fair. It was only for 3 weeks, but I was feeling...
It felt longer to me.
I was just feeling shit, man. I couldn't move properly. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't walk around. Obviously, laser clinic's closed, and laser clinic is closed. But there are all these things that I do that help me feel good. And that keep my my shit together.
Mental on top.
And I was feeling pretty low, and I called you about it. I spoke to Jack about it. Me and him FaceTime 9 times a day. If I showed you the log in my phone,
I imagine
it's 7:30, 9 o'clock, 10:30, 10:45, 11. Then fucking.
Your poor employers.
Well, I do it whilst I'm sending emails. I won't do it if I'm a client call. Do you know what I mean? Just pick it up.
Just don't worry about me.
Yeah, but anyway, so I said it to you, and I was feeling really low, and I think that what I what I realized is that people really need to give themselves a break. And I think I even said it in my, I would say it out loud. I'm like, look, it's COVID. All the shit is going on. Add that to everything else. That's why it's compounding, and you're feeling so fucking shit.
True.
And that's why it's so important to just speak to people, look after yourself, go to a physio. If there's anything I can recommend to someone, even if you don't have a problem, go to a physio now to avoid the problems you will have later on down the line, because you will. And so many people wait until
the same with a therapist as well.
Yeah. Don't wait until you're broken to get it sorted. Go to see someone now, so you're going to stop that happening in the future, because it's so easy to live with low level chronic pain. It's really easy.
Yeah,
and you'll only feel it when it reaches a crescendo. And it's just deal with it now. Nip it in the bud. Even once a month, you'll pay $50 or $100. That's going to pay back dividends, man. Huge fucking dividends in years to come.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a pretty fucking low point, and I was feeling really shit. But I feel good. I feel back. I can move my neck properly. Oh God!
You look healthy.
I can do everything, mate. I can shag to a substandard level again, which is great.
God.
And I'm back, and I feel good, and I'm happy to be back.
I'm happy that you are back, sir.
Yeah, thank
you
very
much. It's been a while.
Much.
It's been 30 days. I think the last podcast we recorded was the 7th of August.
Yeah.
And we've been chilling, living life. But actually funny you were saying that about going to see someone to fix your physical problems. I was speaking to this musculoskeletal physiotherapist, and he says he actually is based in Bondi Junction. you know the physiotherapist across from Fitness First, in Westfield. He's based in there, and I was chatting to him once. I did an interview with him like a couple of years ago for our Works podcast. And he was saying how a lot of the times when he has new clients come in and they have like a pain in their neck or in their lower back or whatever, like the first thing that he does is like sits them down and like talks to them about their life. Like, what's your financial issues like? What's life like at home? Because he finds a lot of the times when people have these aches and pains, like that just arise from nothing, there's usually an external factor that's causing it. Like sometimes it could just be the stress of a relationship, and that's kind of like annoying them. That's caused the tension in their neck.
Yeah.
They could be having trouble with their employer and work that causes a trouble in their lower back.
Yeah.
It could be something to do with finance as well that causes some sort of like chronic pain. And he says sometimes whenever they actually speak about it and they realize, okay, there's something going on with you and your girlfriend or your boyfriend, maybe when you fix that actually might help. He obviously does the physiotherapy part of it, but he obviously still tries to look at their situation quite holistically, because everything in your body connects, your emotions, your physical, your everything. So that's like such a key part, because even as you said, like throughout COVID and stuff, it's just been shit. Not being able to do like your regular things. And that's why it hit me there for a second. I was like, maybe that could have been a part of why you even wrecked yourself as well. Because as you said, you weren't even lifting like 100% of what you'd normally lift. It was maybe 50 or 60%. But it could just be the fact that the position that you're in life, and you felt, I can't do my laser, I can't go to the gym regularly, I can't actually see my friends on a regular, because you're a very sociable person and like you feed off that. So I think just even that aspect of your life, you not being able to live that, could have actually had an effect on you slipping your disc.
It plays a big effect,
sort of effect.
It plays a massive effect, because obviously, you can't do the things that you want to do. So when I went there, I was just like, I just wanted to fucking jump head first, not thinking about anything, just to make me feel good again, and thinking I'll get back to that point that I was before. And, COVID's had such a massive impact on so many people's mental health, I think without even knowing it. Like, I was on the phone to my friend earlier, and like, what are you doing this weekend? And I was just thinking, life is still the same. Like, it's pretty much the same as it was before. And I'm like, nah, it isn't actually. I think I've just got so used to this that it just feels like normal life. I'll still go out, and then in the evening just back to mine again, because we can't go anywhere. I'm like, that's just normal. That's what I would usually be doing. I'm like, that's not what I'd usually be doing, actually.
At all.
I'd be going out to the bars, have like somewhere to go, have a party to go to.
Thirsty Thursdays.
Yeah, it's Thirsty Thursdays, which is, us meeting up every single week, which is, massive. You know, we all get time to chat shit and just unload a bit on the week. Everyone gets to slag off their birds, and, you're
just like, we just get to unload a bit. It's like pause.
Yeah.
Not buzz. Buzz. But yeah, 100%. I think we're all in a position now where I think the end of this lockdown is coming, and I think everyone's kind of getting a little bit excited.
No one gives a fuck. Like, I was down
have
the
you
beach.
seen the beach today? My goodness.
It's like more rammed than it's like a normal summer's day.
Yeah.
So we're going down there after. We're going for a fucking dip, going straight in.
Like, someone put a picture up. I was like, wait, is that today? And they're like, yeah. I was like, that is actually mad.
The police aren't going to do anything. They're going to walk by. And
but no one's breaking the law, though, because they're allowed to be down there exercising, and they're allowed to recreationally sit on the grass or in the sand.
But they're in like there's like,
unless they're in big groups, then there
will be big groups. There's no way they're just groups of two down there. No way. Like,
I would be in a group of two. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
No one cares anymore, man. Like, I think they've announced Freedom Day, October 18th.
That's it.
Woo!
Let's go!
And, you already sent a message into the group chat being like, right, let's book somewhere.
The dirtiest bar we can find in Bondi.
Oh, Hotel Bondi, back to mine, huge house party.
Woo! But I mean, like, it won't. Have you not seen the rules behind it, though? It's not like you can still have massive amount of people. It's like, I think it's like 5 people in your house if they're vaccinated.
Okay, sound.
And then it's like 20 people outside.
Yeah, so we'll have like around 5-ish or so.
Yeah.
Between 5 and 50. Like, it's the same thing, mate.
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take. Mate,
give or take 1 or
what's
50.
a zero between friends? Do you know what I mean? Like.
Very good point. But, I was thinking the other day how obviously they're waiting for everyone to get to, waiting for Sydney or New South Wales to get to that 70% of fully vaccinated, like, people who are eligible for it. And I was thinking this the other day, how there have been so many people who are now getting the vaccine that were adamant that they weren't going to get it. I know it got me thinking, like, how inherently, humans are inherently good. Like, people want to be good, no matter what they do, what they say, unless something really fucked up happened and you mentally just are a bad person. But people inherently want to be good, but also, people are also inherently selfish. And we've talked about this before, where in order for you to do something, you need to actually find your why.
Yeah.
Like, why you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And I've come to realize there's so many people that have now getting the vaccine. They were probably afraid of it before, and they're now like getting the vaccine. And I know, and I've looked at them like, you know what? The issue is, whenever they initially said that people need to get the vaccine, what your problem was, you didn't have a reason to get it. Like, you were content with just, because Sydney and Australia were pretty fine in terms of like the lack of cases, whatever. So people are content just living life because there wasn't that much quote unquote COVID running rampage through our community. And the issue is, so many people didn't get the vaccine because they didn't find their why. Like, for me, me getting the vaccine wasn't as bad as this sounds, but I think most people would be the same. A lot of people aren't getting the vaccine to protect people around them and to protect the elderly. So in other words, like, get the vaccine to protect the people around you. No
one's doing it for that. No one gives a fuck.
No one's doing that. No, if anyone comes to me and says, I got the vaccine to protect the people around me, you're a liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar. You got the vaccine because, one, you maybe want to travel.
Yeah.
2, you actually have to get the vaccine to even stay in your job.
Yeah.
3, if you're a PT, you're probably getting the vaccine because you won't be allowed to work on the gym floor unless you have it.
You probably want to root guilt-free as well.
And you also, yeah. And I'm just like, when I was thinking, I was like, that is so selfish, but it is just legit. For me,
it's like human nature.
Yeah, for me, I got the vaccine because the idea of them saying, yeah, you need to be double vaxxed to travel, or you need to be double vaxxed to get in our country. Yeah. I don't want to have to then wait 2 or 3 months to get the vaccine because there's just a backlog. So I was 100%. Like, I'm getting it because I want to travel, not because I don't want someone down the road to contract COVID from me. And that's the truth. And I think most people would be the same. Because there's so many people getting it now who were adamant that they weren't going to get it. And now they're getting it. And they're just like, yeah, I'm getting it because I need to.
I think loads of people didn't get it originally because some people just want to chat shit for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Like, some people just want to have an opinion just to make them seem more interesting. There's so many people like that. They just want to seem interesting. And it's like, look, just find something else to talk about. Like, it's just, I just don't want to. It's just like, shut up. No one cares. No one cares. Shut up. Don't take it. Take it.
It's just like there's no. It's like lack of. It's not when you have an opinion and there's no knowledge base behind it. It's just you just making noise to me.
Yeah.
Just like you're talking shit.
Yeah.
For the sake of it, so that you seem intelligent, but you don't actually sound intelligent.
Well, they're saying borders are going to open up at the end of the year. Probably flights.
Interstate?
No, international.
Oh, international. Oh, yeah. I've heard that. But those flights are going to be absolutely ridiculous because, like, I saw Qantas had like shared, that they're going to be expecting international travel to open back up again. I'm just like at Christmas time, and I'm like, you whores.
You've got that model money now, bro. He's got that model money.
I mean, what's $10,000? You know what I mean? Rack it up, Qantas. Rack it up.
If you haven't seen...
These peasants can't afford these flights.
If you haven't seen, Dwayne's been on a Combank advert. He's been getting out and about, doing bits, you know. I can't believe they're not tagging the podcast in this. You need to be tagging the podcast so we can get some fucking traffic
I need to. Yeah, but yeah, been on 2 Combank shoots. Did another shoot.
Like, mate, it's fucking...
Another one yesterday.
It's wicked.
Not a Combank one, a Finnish one. The dishwashing.
It's good, mate.
Tablets. I even got a 3 bag of Finnish dishwashing tablets.
Any agency looking for like pale Northwest London Jewish lads, like fucking, do you know what I mean?
You're definitely an interesting
J-Swipe. I could be one for like J-Swipe.
Which one's that?
Jace's Jewish.
Oh, the Jewish.
Yeah, I'll go on like J-Swipe.
Are you still on that?
No, I never went on it. Jack went on it.
Jack did. No, don't say what you called him. I feel like it was inappropriate.
Jack Schultz or something. He gave him like a fake. I'm allowed to say this, people, by the way. My family are Jewish, so if anyone has a problem with that,
he doesn't say that he's Jewish. He's just like, my family's Jewish. Doesn't even claim it for himself. Just like, my family's Jewish, I can say it, but not me though.
I'm circumcised, so I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
And he has a big, massive Jewish hammer on the side of his leg.
I was like, where's he going with this?
A tattoo.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say a big nose, or like, I was like, I don't know where he's going with this.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say nose or penis. Oh, what do you want to talk about today, Daniel?
Well, mate, a lot's happened in the last couple of weeks. Big thing, one of my best mates, one of the harder things about living in Australia, one of my best mates, he went home.
No, we talked about that, didn't we?
No, we didn't. He's actually left. He's actually left the
yes, he's actually gone now. Yeah.
Because as soon as he left, that weekend is when I got the injury. I wasn't able to record. And yeah, he's left now. He's gone, and I had this like really weird feeling. It was because I've known him for like 11 years, and like I'm really fortunate to have the friends I do have at the moment. And life is really good, and but it's really weird because he knows me probably more than anyone.
Yeah.
And so when I talk to him, there's so many like conversations where he'll just fill in the gap or finish my sentence or know what I'm trying to say when I don't even realize it.
Knows you better than you know yourself sometimes.
Yeah, and so he's left, and it was a really weird feeling of like I felt like I'm kind of on my not on my own, but it's like something went away, and it's like I feel like I'm more on my own again.
Yeah.
And it's a strange feeling, and it's the fact he's going home, and I've seen videos and stuff like that. It still doesn't make me want to go home, but it was a really weird feeling. And but at the end of the day, I'm happy for him. He's doing what he wants to do. Hopefully, he'll get fucking really sad and hates it,
and comes back,
and he becomes that old piece of furniture very quickly and wants to move straight back with the misso. So
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I did say to him, I was like, I really hope you get back and you're fucking miserable.
They're not back house though. You're telling me?
Nah, so they're not gonna be able to probably for like another 6 months.
Okay.
But I was like, I hope you get back and you become miserable with your job, your life, your existence, and the only thing that's going to make you happy is moving back to Australia.
You're a horrible person.
Yeah, I was very selfish. Very selfish.
Yeah. Again, there you go. Go back.
Yeah.
Humans are selfish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very selfish. But at the end of the day, they took my plaything. So.
Bless. I mean, they were thinking about going back for a while, though, weren't they? It was like an ongoing conversation.
So many people come here and they're just like, so many people I speak to and they're like, I think their end goal is to always move home because they want to be around their friends or they want to be around their family. I don't know. It's quite so. I don't care.
It's the geographical position of Australia to back to the UK, though. It's like it's just so far, and it's not even like distance is fine, but it is whenever you want to travel back home, it takes so long. It's like 2 days of travel, and it's bloody expensive. And I think that's like the issue with a lot of people when they move here. You don't really think about that distance, and then how much of life back home you kind of sometimes miss out on, because obviously people are going to carry on.
What's that? Can we just... I've never seen him do that. Oakley just looked at himself in the mirror and just went at him.
You want Sam?
That was absolutely incredible. Oh my God.
He's done that since he's a puppy. That's so funny.
Oh my God, I wish that was caught on camera.
But yeah, I think when you leave, obviously everyone's life just continues as normal, and I think that's what a lot of people miss. Like you miss out maybe your cousins, or maybe your brother or sister getting married, having kids, watching your nephews and whatever grow up, and I think that's like the main problem half the time. For me, I'm pretty chilled.
Yeah,
to be fair.
I don't mind. Like, I think I'm just
going to accept that that's the choice I've made. I've made that choice to move here, and it's collateral damage in a way, I think.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Oh God, fuck. No, I didn't do it. I never slept with her. I'm like, no, what?
What did you just say?
I never slept with her. I don't know who. What happened?
All right, calm down.
Go on.
Nah, so I have like a loads of list here, but I'm just gonna. So this is I thought this was a good question.
Oh Jesus.
Where did Oh yeah, it was on TikTok. I found this question.
I'm not sweating. You're sweating.
It's not a massive question. What's the fastest indicator of whether or not you think a potential relationship is going to work out?
I thought you were going to say whether it's not going to work out. The fastest
whether it's not going to work out.
Oh, whether it's not going to work out. What's the fastest indicator?
So what's something someone does maybe on a first, second, or third date that makes you realize, actually, I'm like, you're not going to be the one. If you're in a dating mindset where you're dating intentionally to have a relationship, what's the fastest thing or the first thing that someone says that puts you off?
She says no to coming back to mine.
Oh my God. Shut up.
Okay, all right, I'll answer
I mean, it's funny because it's true.
Yeah, I'll answer. I'll answer seriously. The fastest indicator, like something someone would say.
Something that they would say or do. Could be something like that they don't like dogs or something.
I don't know. I don't think I could there could be one thing that would be that.
That would put you off.
Usually I'm chatting to them, so I've already got a vibe if I'm going to get along with them, and then I pick them up on the date. I get. What? Can you go first? Just give me like an idea. Because I always say something and you say it after. I'm like, fuck, you actually thought about that. My answer was so fucking stupid.
This I always tell you. You should always just like stop and think.
Yeah, go on. So you give me an example.
Mine would be if I go on a first date and she says that she wants mixed kids.
She wants mixed.
if she says she only significantly dates black dudes, or that she says like on a first date, "Oh, babies would be so cute." Shut your mouth.
Does that really like
That'll put me off. Yeah.
massive turn off? If someone says we'd have really cute kids
On like the first date.
yeah, it's a bit intense.
It's just
Have you
like
heard people say that like quite often?
I've been on a first
That's
date.
creepy, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
creepy.
you're just like fetishizing. You absolute
Oh,
weirdo.
fuck. Yeah, I've had that done like no times whatsoever.
Or if they say they only date black guys, because I'm just like, you only date one race.
Yeah, yeah, because I know you've met a lot of people, and like, do you get offended when chicks are like, "Oh, I'm just really into black guys," or "I'm just really like"? Does that like make you like a bit like?
You can be into black guys, but it's like you can have a type, but it's if they're just like, I only date black men.
Would that put you off if someone said, "I only date black guys"?
Yeah, because I think
You
I
just think they're
I
very
feel like if
closed
you're
off.
able to like close yourself off to every other possibility out there.
What else are you going to be closed off about in
Yeah.
a relationship?
Yeah, it's just like weird. It's just like if someone was to be like, yeah, I only date white guys or I only date white girls, I'd be like, you're weird.
What's the first thing you notice about? What's the first thing you look at when you're sitting opposite a chick on a date? What's the first thing you would notice?
Or ditties. I'm joking.
You're not joking.
Or bunda. Nah, the first thing I know, like physically,
After checking the bunda's on point and the yams are definitely there.
the yams,
Yeah.
like physically,
Yeah.
I would say her teeth,
Yeah. I'm fingernails.
fingernails. Why?
It's just because like when I go out and
You probably
get, like,
hate all the little.
So I hate
girls that have
I
those
hate
long
long
things,
nails.
yeah.
It creeps me out massively. My sister's a nail technician back home, and she gets those. And I just think all the food that gets caught, it makes me feel sick. It
Yeah.
really makes me feel sick. But not even that. Where if like one nail's longer than the other, and it's like they're natural ones, but that one's short, that one's long. It's just like
As in like fake nails or their
no,
actual
even
nails?
their own nails.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
their own nails, one's longer than the other, and like I prefer short nails like this, and they've just got a bit of paint on it or whatever it's called.
Bit of paint.
So cultured, so cultured.
Oh,
But do you know what I mean? A bit of nail varnish.
lathering it on like
Yeah.
in a fucking construction
I'm
site.
simple, just that.
Yeah.
I'm like, perfect. If there's like a bit of dirt there and it's like that's longer than I notice that because how someone looks after their hands is a big indicator on how they look after themselves, and that's like a really big indicator for me.
Let's see your hands.
So that's why I'm always like keep them short. Like obviously my cuticles they need a bit of work
Yeah,
there,
you
but
need
like
to- you
in terms
need
of
to
my
sort
nails
those cuticles out, mate.
they're always like short.
Do you bite
They're always
them?
kept quick. No, I don't cut my nails now.
No, your
Nah.
cuticles.
No, I don't know where it comes from. Sometimes it's like that. I usually cut this. I like clip the bits of
I
cuticle off like the
actually
skin.
don't know because sometimes it happens to me. I think it's something to do with calcium levels potentially.
But I always try and keep myself very clean, tidy, and stuff like that. That's like one thing I notice on a date, like straight away. Yeah. So teeth for you.
Teeth for me, yeah. I let
So
you.
like, what if she doesn't have all of them, or if like,
As long as she has at least 50%, I'm sweet.
but as long as they're white as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, decent.
White and 50% of them, not
That's fine.
just skin complexion. Your teeth.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Mate. That's fine.
Yeah, teeth is a big one, and the eyes as well.
I've got a question for you.
Oh god. Well, not that I'm worried.
Or you should be.
Okay.
Now, what does sexual compatibility mean to you, or what does it look like to you?
What does sexual compatibility look like or mean to me? I would say comfort.
Sexual compatibility is comfort.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
As in like being quite comfortable in the bedroom with each other,
Right. Okay.
if that makes sense. So I think there's levels to when you're in a sexual relationship with someone, because I think the longer you're with them, usually the better it gets. And I think that's to do with being comfortable, because the more comfortable you are, the more you're probably going to be willing to try, the more you're probably willing to completely lose yourself in the whole experience. And it's the same thing with life. Whenever you're most comfortable, that's when you become your best self around your friends, around your work colleagues, around your partner. So I think sexual compatibility, comes down, for me, comfort and a good kisser.
Oh yeah, I think you can tell a lot about someone on a first kiss.
Yeah.
Like you can tell, because in the bedroom, I think it's quite different because you can have like you can meet someone, shag them the first time, and it not be like incredible, because at the end of the day, you don't know each other's rhythm.
Really know.
You don't know, if one person, is into golden showers, BDSM, whatever it is. Anyway,
my Lord.
And but at first kiss, I feel you can definitely, pick up rhythm on that a lot easier.
What about you? What is it for you?
Sexual compatibility. I actually don't know. I just wanted to hear.
Sake.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I didn't think. I was just curious on what you would say.
Well, what do you think now then?
Sexual compatibility. I was having this conversation earlier with someone, and maybe it's like an ego thing, but I like to know that I can. Maybe it's an ego thing.
It is.
In the bedroom, maybe
Make
I like
the girl
to know.
come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's probably come from like. Fuck, I'm trying to actually, I'm going to back out of let me just step back out of the sentence I was walking into.
About to dig himself a hole here.
No, and yeah, I think...
I have no idea what you're going to say there.
There's probably like something there I need to look into, but sexual compatibility is because in one of my relationships, they were quite a complex person, and we found it very hard to we weren't very sexually compatible, and... I found it quite hard, we found it quite difficult. So I think for me, it was really important to know that I can please someone, because it does make me feel like I'm not doing a good job. But then that's quite an egotistical thing, because everyone is their own complex person.
But were you wanting to please them for you, or you were wanting to please them for them?
It's a bit of both, I'd say. Yeah, it's a bit of both. Obviously, I want to please them, and when I please them, I feel good from it.
Yeah.
Because for a bloke, it's not hard to get us off. It's not. We're from A to B.
Yeah,
know if we finished, right? But for a woman, you could need fucking GPS, a roadmap.
Yeah.
You could be going so many different turns before you get to the destination.
Yeah.
And so you want to know eventually.
It's literally like being a pilot
do it,
and getting in a plane, and every single plane that you get on is completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to know that you can do it. So I think for me, I would think that sexual compatibility, I want to know at least that I can get them off and pleasure them, because it just gives me a bit of peace of mind.
I think the key to that as well is just the communication.
Communicate massively. Yeah. In the bedroom, I always, bring this up. I would always be like, what are you into? If I'm not picking up the right signals, I'd be like, what do you want? What do you like? What gets you off? And I find I get such good feedback from that, because so many guys just don't have the confidence or the vulnerability. Some guys just don't have the confidence to just ask, hey, what is going to get you off?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to one of my friends about this earlier from back home, and she was like, what is it she said? Because I said to her, I'm going on the podcast later. Give me one thing you want me to talk about. And she was like, why do some lads know nothing about where the clit is? And I said to her, I was like, what's that?
What's the clit?
The what?
Did you answer?
Is that like a toy?
Did you answer on the
no, she had to explain what it is. And no, and then she she said this thing. What is it? She said there's this thing called female orgasm, and
you're an idiot.
No, so we were talking, and it made me think. I was like, when I, look back to when you first got laid, when you first lost it. And
why did you not just say the word virginity?
Oh, I don't know. I lost the word in my mind.
By the way, I am still a virgin, Mum.
Yeah.
If you listen to this.
Yeah, definitely not. They're all just queuing up outside now, mate.
Next. Sorry, continue.
So, if you look back then, when you were 17, 18, whenever it was, how your performance was then in compared to now. So, I think back then I would have just been like button smashing on Tekken. No idea what. Is that how it works? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just my one move would just be, you go down the road and you see road workers, and they're on that fucking machine, and that's basically
the jackhammer.
Yeah, and that's basically what it would have been, a jackhammer. And so I was talking to her about it, and she's 27, 26, and so the guys she would be sleeping with would be around that kind of age, and then compared to now, obviously a lot better, and I would like to think I'm a lot better in the bedroom. I know what I'm doing a bit more, and if not, I communicate massively, and I only disappoint 70% of women now compared to 95 before. But
1%ers, mate.
Yeah, but compared to then to now is massive, and I was just thinking about that, and it just comes from asking questions and communicating and having that.
I think the issue is a lot of guys growing up as teenagers would have watched a lot of porn as well, and obviously the porn industry creates this very unrealistic expectation for sexual experience,
for sexual experiences.
You're such a fool. For sexual experiences, it's a lot of guys and women as well would probably growing up would have been watching these videos of these girls like moaning and
Yeah.
frolicking their whole bodies around the house and
Yeah.
doing it in the shower, and then they have this depiction of how
This is what it's supposed to be like.
it's supposed to be like. And I mean, 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
the way they portray, because they're meant to create this very, obviously it's production and it's entertainment for the porn industry, so they're obviously creating a scenario that looks very glamorized when in reality it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it can be very, very glamorous, your sexual experience, but
100%.
it's not going to be like that the first time. It's not going to be like that a lot of the times, because most times it doesn't really happen unless you get to a place, one, when you communicate with your partner, or again, when you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I think. But I think, yeah, a lot of people would have, again, going back to your question, why a lot of guys don't know, it's just because they've probably just never asked or never thought to even figure out.
I was talking to Tyra about this, and she was like, "Why do loads of lads just think they're finger gun in the air in a club?" They're like, "Mate, we are not," and that just absolutely sent me west.
funny.
I was like, "That is fucking brilliant."
That is funny.
Bear man just finger gun in the air, like thinking that's how you reach the. I'm like, mate.
Act like a waste man. That's not me.
Oh my god. But it definitely, yeah. I reckon advice I give to my younger self is communicate. And foreplay is king, man. That's the sweet spot, you know? Because if everything else goes tits up, at least you're the king of foreplay. And I think that's the advice I'd give to my younger self.
I also think there's also like the lack of knowledge around the fact that a lot of guys probably don't realize that a lot of women don't get off from penetration as well.
Yeah, most women don't get off from penetrative sex.
Yeah,
a lot
I think
of women
I
anyway.
think that's the issue. And again, like everything else in life, it is down to communication. Because for a guy, if he's not going to know that unless you tell him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're again, goes on to porn, just penetration.
Yeah.
So like that's all they're going to think is going to be doing the job. Because in porn, from what I've been told, because I don't watch it.
I caught your laptop before. That was
This is a project I'm working on.
It's a project. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I think again, it's just the education from women to men. Like I think women need to also take some responsibility in doing that as well.
So many women think they're like God's gift in bed. So, and it's like you're
an
not
issue.
as much as like we're not. Appreciate that you might not be the bee's knees.
Nah, you're not as good as you think.
But
you
that's
are.
okay.
It's okay.
Let's just work on
Yeah,
that. Like,
I agree.
stop coming out at Billy Big Bollocks and, you know, just take a step back and you can have that conversation.
But the thing is, because men are so easy to please in the bedroom, that's why a lot of women probably think that they're unreal.
I was making an announcement here. Just because we bust, it does not mean you're great. It doesn't.
Oh my god!
It really doesn't.
That's funny.
That's no indication whatsoever that you're good. Nothing. Because so many times I've been in bed with someone
Oh
and
my goodness.
I've just wanted it to be over, and most of the time I'm just holding it back. I'm just like thing. So I'm just like, nah, right, sweet, let's get this over and done with. And that does not mean you're great. It just means I'm clocking out. Like. Yeah, and that's not hard for us to finish. So do not let that be an indicator
100%.
that you're great.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What was I going to say there?
Usually I would say to someone said to me, because I was like if I was with someone and they were, you know, great in bed or great at giving blowjobs, I was like, you know, oh my God, you're really great. And they'd be like, I bet you say that to everyone. I'd be like, nah. I just wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, you just don't say
If it was like
anything.
mediocre, I just wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, but if I'm like, fuck, you're actually... I'm being serious, you are.
I agree.
Because there have been some people I'm like, you deserve to know. Like, wow. Like this
You deserve the love.
Yeah, because it's not like an easy thing for people to do. Like, giving a blowjob is not like an easy thing. Not everyone knows.
To be good at,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Because no, you're not taught how to do it. No one knows. The same with going down on a chick. No one knows how to do it. We're all just learning as we go.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Probably do courses on that.
Yeah, some people just have no idea whatsoever. But, you know, it's all a learning curve. And, yeah.
You've coughed so much today.
I know, I'm muting it. You know, I didn't cough at all before this, and as soon as I sit down, it's like, you just get me nervous, man. Just fucking sweating.
Just sweating on his way here.
Yeah, I'm excited to go for a dip.
Yeah, you're buzzing for that.
Very excited.
So, I was watching Love Island.
Oh, go on. I really should start watching this.
It's finished now, the UK one. But there's something that proper annoyed me in it.
Go on.
So there's obviously, you know, the premise of Love Island.
Yeah.
You meet random person. You meet them, you like them, you fall in love, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a part in one of the episodes where one of the couples who'd been together for a while, And the guy was just like got to the lads over and was like, yo, yo, yo. It's like, I wanna ask Kaz to be exclusive. And I was like, oh my lord, what's going on here? So he's just like making a big deal about being exclusive, whatever. Which fair play to you, being exclusive, unreal. But
This happens on the show, though, right?
on the
That's
show,
what
yeah,
people
yeah,
do.
this on the show.
Yeah.
He decided like he wanted to make her exclusive.
Is that normal? Is that like a part of the process?
Not sometimes. Some
Okay.
people do it. Sometimes someone they ask them to be their girlfriends or boyfriend,
Yeah.
whatever. But he was like, right,
a bit intense.
so I want you to all, like do this. So he made this massive gesture to ask her to be exclusive, and I'm just like, what's going on in the dating world where people are making a big deal about becoming quote unquote exclusive?
Did she
Like
say
he had
no?
like no, she said yes, but like he had it written on a bit of paper, like, will you be exclusive, and drop it. And I was just like, this is actually embarrassing, like to be exclusive. So to be pretty much what they already were,
Yeah.
but now instead of making her his girlfriend, he's like, let's be exclusive. I'm like, surely that shouldn't be made a big deal out of, becoming exclusive. And it annoyed me so much. I'm like, and that's the thing that we've talked about, how nowadays in dating life there's so many little tiers
Yeah.
to get to before you actually reach like a girlfriend boyfriend stage. It's
The
like
ask.
you're like dating, and then it's like casual, and then you're not sleeping with anyone else but this person, but you're not like a quote unquote exclusive, and then now you're exclusive, and then next minute you're finally there's like 5 tiers, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, what's the need for so many different labels? I mean, it helps because it absolves you of some sort of responsibility, I guess, for a lot of people. Whenever there are that many tiers, it's like, I can get exactly what I want through these tiers without that ultimate title.
How did you ask your ex to like go out? Like, what was did you just ask? Or you were sitting down having a beer and you were like, so what do you reckon? Do you
Sitting down
wanna-
having a beer.
Do you need this crack or what?
Um,
Are you gonna date me or what?
how did I ask? I don't think I did even ask. You know, I think it kind of just
Nice.
it was it kind
She
of
just knew.
it kind of kind of just went without saying. Pretty much. I don't recall
Some assertive shit right there.
I don't actually recall sitting down and being like, will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
I don't recall
It's
ever,
very like I feel like a
asking that.
child doing that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
Be my
13 when I asked that.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like a conversation when you're like, oh, so what are you thinking? Well, I'm not doing this, you're not doing this. Okay, sweet, we have an understanding that no one's gonna go and do anything.
So I guess then do you want to like be like my like? Do you know what I mean? Like my bird
Leave
or
my
something.
girlfriend in
Do you
that.
know, like,
Do you know what I mean?
Do you
Like,
know what I mean? Like the
but
old-
that's what it was like. I literally
Fair.
don't recall being like, hey, will you be my girlfriend? It was more of a, this is the understanding that we have now, that we like each other enough that we're not
Yeah.
gonna be going off and
Fair.
doing shit. What do you do?
Oh, that's a very funny story.
I'm intrigued.
I don't have an ex. I know what you're on about. I've never spoken about her. What would she call me? So I came back to England and she was living there and we'd spoke before. Anyway, we started dating for like, I reckon 6 months. And she was like asking me, I just got back from traveling. I'm in that, YOLO swag stage. No one's putting a saddle on my back, There were too many women queuing up at the door for me to commit to one woman, I had multiple women to disappoint, not just one. And
Completely understandable.
mate, they're only human at the end of the day. They all
It
want a
is
bit of
what
the
it
Hebrew
is.
hammer. And I remember she was like, "Are you going to ask me to be your missus or what?" She didn't say missus. She's Australian. She didn't
Yeah.
ask me to be your girlfriend or what. I was like, "Yeah, look, I'm not like seeing anyone else, but like, can we just like take it to like, do you know what I mean? Like, look, like, I'm not seeing anyone, but like, I don't want to just ask the question. Really uncomfortable. Clearly I was stressing. Anyway, so got back to hers and we were having sex and in the middle of it, she went. This is under duress as well. This is the
Under
term.
duress?
She was like, "Are you going to ask me to be your missus or what?" And I was like, "What? We're like mid shagging right now." She went, "We'll pull out then."
She got you when you were
Yeah.
vulnerable.
And she was like, "We'll pull out then." I was like, "Do you want to be my missus?" And for 4 years later, we broke up.
Oh.
So it just goes to show, do not do that.
Under duress, that is funny.
I was like, "Are you joking?" So I literally asked her straight away. I was like, "Do you want to?" And then carried on.
That's hilarious. That is funny. Yeah, mine was definitely not
Romantic
like
as
that.
fuck, mate.
Mine was not as romantic as that.
Yeah.
I did my previous girlfriend before the last one. I did ask her like outwardly. It's like, hey, do you want to be
Can you be
the
exclusive?
very best? Why is that song in my head? Pokemon song. Yeah, I do recall asking her, like, outwardly, do you want to be my girlfriend kind of thing. But, yeah, apart from that, I think I'm past the stage where I need to literally, this dog, where I'm literally like, will you be my girlfriend? I think when you get to this kind of age, like, you can still do it if it's going to be, like, quite a grand gesture. But if it's going to be, like, you're lying in bed and you're like, will you be my girlfriend? It's like, no. Yeah. You had a recording.
I'm going to play that in a second. I had like a random thought I thought about before. This is a super random tangent, right? So I had a random thought the other day. So I was on one of the date. I was on a date, and on one of the dates, and I yawned, right? And I've had this on multiple dates before. I get up early, right? I've got shit to do. I'm a busy person, and I yawn on a date. But I cover my mouth, I try and keep it as low-key as possible. And I get, oh, am I boring you? Look, my yawning is nothing to do with you. It's nothing to do with you whatsoever. People don't yawn. If you look this up, it's to do with the lack of oxygen in your body, right? So someone's like, am I boring you? I'm like, no, I'm just...
Tell me you've got asthma.
Oh, yeah. So I'm like,
asthma.
exactly. I'm just tired. I got up early. Like, I'm fine. It's nothing to do with you. It's a natural body reaction. And I get annoyed. It's like, I don't have to explain that to someone. Just shut the fuck up and stop. Oh, am I boring you? No, I mean, look, you are. But it's nothing to do with you.
Yeah, that's true.
So can we please just normalise yawning? Because there's a normal bodily function that happens when you've got like an irregulatory whatever oxygen flow, and it can also be because you got up fucking early, been doing loads of work, and you just yawned because your body is tired. But it's not I want to go to sleep. I'm happy to sit here and I'm having a really good time. I just yawned. So get off my case. Yawning is normal. And carry on with the conversation.
Whichever girl said this to him, you've obviously triggered him.
Yeah.
Just don't do it again.
I just
also,
got,
speaking of work,
eye deficiency.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Thank you, mate. Boom. Yes, I'm
just,
very happy.
Just remembered there.
Been working very hard. There's been a lot of work. Yeah, been working very hard.
Yes, sir.
Doing after work hours on the weekend, and I'm so happy, man. Honestly, what I'm doing now is exactly what I want to be doing, and it's
making
wicked.
the dollars.
Yeah, it's wicked.
The dollars in your bank.
So much more to spend on extracurricular activities when we're out of lockdown.
That's fair. Right, chuck this
right, go on
recording
then.
on.
I did have something else, but if we're short on time,
would
you say we're short? Okay.
Yeah.
I do have a dating confession I've got from someone, and I may or
do I know
may
the
not,
person?
I may or may not know them. You may or may not know them.
Okay then.
Yeah, you know them.
I'll probably be able to tell from the voice straight away. I'm so excited. Is it a good one?
I think so. It's only 2 minutes long.
Okay.
So I started chatting to this lad on Tinder. It's only for like a day or two, but then we'd organised to go for like a little walk. So it was only going to be an hour walk, whatever. And I'd already ate because obviously I thought we were just going for a walk, but he ended up just coming back off a lad's holiday, so he was absolutely dying. And not even halfway through the walk, he was like, oh, do you want to go and get something to eat? I was like, oh, actually, I'll just get a glass of wine. So I went sat at this restaurant anyway, and I ended up just getting a glass of wine. He ordered food, whatever, and he was like, oh, get something to eat. I was like, oh, all right, no problem, I'll just get a bowl of chips. So ordered a bowl of chips anyway, and we sat there chatting away, and the whole conversation of visas come up, and I was like, oh, what visa do you want? He was like, oh, I'm on a student visa. So I was like, all right. I was like, what's your plan? Like, what are you going to do? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, would you not go home? Are you close to your family? He was like, no, I'm just in dead loads of debt. And I was like, right, okay, no problem. Anyway, conversation kept going, and the food ended up coming out. So sat there drinking my glass of wine, the food gets put down on the table, and I don't even think the food had been on the table 10 seconds, and he started robbing the chips off my plate. Like, I hadn't seen him do it. What? So he was like taking them, and he was like, oh, bet you didn't see that, did you? And I was like,
I did.
What do I do here? Do I just play along? So I just kind of laughed, and he did it again. He was like, oh, and again, didn't see that, did you?
What is wrong with this guy?
So I didn't even get one chip out the fucking bowl. And he'd ate them all, pretending he didn't. So I was like, right, okay, no bother. So after he'd had something to eat, he ended up sitting back there, and he was like, fucking hell, I'm stuffed after that. I was like, all right. He was like, are you coming back to ours then, or what? No, I don't think so. They had to get my housemate to ring me and tell me that one of my mates had just turned up to the house crying. And then I ended up legging it home.
Oh my goodness.
Mate, the absolute confidence in a geezer. He's taken this bird on a fucking bollocks date. He sat there, nicked her food, been I'm in foreclosure of debt. And at the end of it, after eating
I bet
all
you
her
didn't
food,
see that, did you?
eating all his food, laying back, "Oh, you come back to ours then or what?" Just the fucking confidence on this lad. It is. I love the like, or what? Like, I mean,
Oh,
what
that's
else are you going to do?
funny.
What else are you going to do? Not shag me.
That is funny.
What else have you got to do tonight? Not shag this. Mate.
That is hilarious.
Some confidence on blokes.
On a first date.
You come back to ours then or what?
Where was he from? Was he...
I think he's from either Liverpool or Newcastle.
Oh, that's even funnier with the Liverpool accent.
Just the audacity of that. It just...
I couldn't even tell who that was.
She didn't go back to us by the sounds of it. He didn't seal the deal with that absolute charm, which I'm very surprised.
I'm assuming there was never a second date.
Nah, I don't think there was.
That's funny. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Well,
I'm sure we'll record the next one potentially
very, very soon, next week.
Next week, yeah. I'm very excited.
Well, thank you very much for listening in. It's good to be back.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming. And follow us on all our social media pages.
Yeah, we're getting banned from TikTok now, so follow us there. We good?
We kind of messed up on TikTok with our OnlyFans episode.
What's wrong with Tyra talking about bleaching arseholes?
It wasn't even bleached. It was bleached as in like the fetish of like just white guys having sex.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite to black. So I think that was the issue. So we'll just not talk about that again on TikTok.
Low, it's called bleached.
I know.
So funny.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Peace and love. We're going to go for a dip. Stay safe. And
Bye.
enjoy your day.